So about 6 or 7 years ago, when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10, I had a super close friend. Let's call her Cinnamon because why not? So anyways, Cinnamon and I, we were pretty close, and her family liked me a lot, as far as I know. Except maybe her dad. I always had like a super weird feeling when I was with him. I don't know. He gave me a weird vibe, like he didn't really like me, but he didn't say or do anything about it. But anyway. Cinnamon and I used to play around the neighborhood all the time because we only lived like a block away from each other. So me being over at her house all the time and her at mine, her mom invited me to stay the night one day. Now keep in mind, before this, I've never stayed over at a friend's house, no matter how close they were. People always invited me to stay over, but I guess I was just too scared to actually go through with it because I've never done it before. It was something completely new, and I just didn't want to try it. Anyways. I asked my parents if I could stay, and they said it would be okay since her family and mine knew each other pretty well. So I got all my stuff together and went over, and as far as I remember, it started off pretty great. I think we played like on the Wii and on the Xbox for a really long time, up until like bedtime for whatever 9 or 10-year-olds is, like I don't know, 11 or so. So before we went to bed, we watched the Simpsons movie, which I loved. I watched that movie all the time. We played with their pet rabbit. I think his name was like Thumper or something. I don't even know. So anyway, we finished the movie, and then it was time for everybody to go to bed. Now, obviously, I wasn't going to sleep in her room because that'd be kind of weird. Little boy, little girl, same room sleep. That's a no-no apparently. So I slept in her brother's room. He had a bunk bed, so I didn't like sleep in the bed with him because that would probably be even more weird. Anyways. I got ready for bed and laid there, like in the bed for like a good 2 hours. Like everyone was already asleep, and it got to the point where I really needed to use the restroom, but I was too scared to get up. So if you don't know, then I have pretty bad social anxiety, so I don't like to do anything near people that I'm not super close with, even though I'm like pretty close with her and her family. But anyway, as I was laying there, I began thinking of ways that I could go home because I was too scared to be there, and my home was within walking distance, so it's not like it was like a hike or a long way home or anything like that. So I could walk. It would take maybe 2 minutes to get home from her house. So I made up my mind. I decided that it was time for me to go, all because I was too scared to sleep or stay the night. I guess I don't even know. But I gathered whatever I brought. It was probably just some like clothes and a toothbrush or something. Then I walked all super sneaky like to the garage door. Unlocked it, went outside, and I ran home. I didn't walk home, I sprinted home. Now, I've never been a fast runner, but that day I probably broke some sort of record. Just gonna point that out. I don't know what I was scared of, but I was scared. Anyway, it was like 2 something in the morning, so everyone was asleep in my house, so, I was alone. But even still, I knocked really hard on my parents' window, and finally someone came to the door and let me in. I wish that was the end of the story, but it's not. So her mother, she didn't really mind too much that I ran home. She was pretty understanding about it. She was like, "Oh, it's your first time. You've never done it before. You're fine. It doesn't matter." But her dad, on the other hand, probably lost any respect that he had for me at that time. Apparently, when I left, I either forgot to shut or lock the garage door. I can't remember, but either way, it wasn't great. We still hung out a lot after that, but I was never really asked to stay the night again, and honestly, I'm glad that I wasn't, because I probably would have said no. So anyways, I guess the point of the story is, even if you're gonna do something that may be out of your comfort zone, at least try it anyways. Who knows, it could be an amazing experience. So whether it's being or able to stay at a friend's house for the first time, or something like, I don't know, skydiving, go for it, because it could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I guess that's the end of the story. Hey guys, I want to thank you all if you made it this far. I've never really done a video like this on my channel, but I really hope that you enjoyed it. If this video does well, then I'll probably make some more storytime videos that may or may not be animated. That just depends on if I can find someone who can animate, because that's one thing that I've never learned to do, but I really want to, but I can't, because I'm crap. I can't animate, so maybe I can find someone who can. But if you like the video, please leave a like down below and a comment. If you've ever stayed the night at a friend's house, surely you have at this point in life. But leave a comment, say how did it go, what were your feelings about it, were you scared, were you a little bitch like I was, who knows. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're feeling frisky. I don't know why frisky. Frisky is probably not the right word, honestly, but you know, whatever floats your boat, I guess. Even my boat. Somebody's boat's being floated, anyways. That would be highly appreciated if you do subscribe, and I do have loads of other content on my channel. But that's about it for now, guys. Thank you all again so much for watching. This is Mr. Zombie Slayer, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!